car sloshed through a puddle, spraying oil-laced water on Patrick's boots, then passed by. She stared out the window at him, her expression sad and haunted. Nothing he could do. She'd made her choice. Just like Zach. His son had come to town for his latest B-movie publicity junket. He hadn't taken the time to see the family. Whether he was embarrassed or just didn't care, Patrick didn't know. He feared he may have waited too long for this conversation. His son had run away, from home, from his family, from his faith, from his soul. Only one thing to do when a black sheep lost its way, and it wasn't throwing a welcome home party. Call it an intervention. Call it a kick in the pants. Which was why he was heading toward a bar he had no business being near, instead of cuddling with his wife in front of a roaring fire, enjoying a shot of whiskey and maybe even getting lucky. Not that Anna would have needed much persuading. Even after nearly 30 years of marriage, his blood ran hot for his wife whenever he saw her pretty ginger hair and piercing green eyes. She felt the same. His heart warmed at the certainty. They'd had their rough patches over the years, but these days, no man could ask for a better life. A fulfilling job as a cop, the love of a woman, and 6 strong sons, most of whom were on the right track. Patrick crossed the street and settled in just outside a small convenience store. Zach would show up at the Blues Bar eventually. From what Patrick had seen in the tabloids, his wayward son couldn't resist booze, smoke, and sex.
"Hey, Pops, you Sergeant Montgomery?"
Patrick turned and studied the teen who stood in an open stance at the corner of the building. A large birthmark stained his face, thatch of black hair, tattoo on his arm, a Pretender's Special Forces tattoo, nothing like the one Patrick had had removed. He labeled him quickly. Punk. Make that scared punk. The kid's hands shook. He held a gun. Patrick grabbed for his 1911. A hot blast from behind pelted his back. Where the hell had that come from? He sank to his knees. The .45 caliber slipped from his hand. His head dropped, and he stared down at his front. Blood pooled over his chest, soaking his shirt. The kid ran, but he'd been a distraction. Who? Patrick keeled over on his side, his forehead slapping the concrete sidewalk. The sounds of the city muted. He couldn't move, couldn't breathe. He tilted his head and blinked. White spots circled his vision. A cold but familiar face stared down at him, a gun in hand. He'd seen the man once. That last confrontation. Damn it. He hadn't believed they'd go this far. "Why?" Patrick whispered. "You know too much." The figure melted away. Far-off screams barely penetrated his mind. His phone rang. He couldn't pick it up. His body tingled, then went strangely numb. And he knew. "Oh, Anna. I'm sorry, my darling." Each breath turned into a struggle. A gurgling bubbled in his chest. "Dad?" His erstwhile son's voice shouted from the darkness. Strong hands grabbed him. "Oh, God, Dad! Someone call an ambulance!" "Zach," he whispered, struggling to form the word. "What are you doing here?" Zach choked. Patrick's strength poured from his chest, but he rallied his heart and forced his eyes open. His boy stared down, in that moment looking so much like Anna. Her hair, the shape of her eyes. He looked up into his son's face. Tears streamed down Zach's cheeks, bloodshot eyes laced with fear and regret. He cradled Patrick close, but Patrick could no longer feel his son's touch. "Hold on, Dad, please." It was too late. "Tell Mom. Love her," he gasped. A gray cloud closed in on him, washing out life's color. "Don't do this, Dad." Zach clutched him, rocking him back and forth. "Please. Caleb said you were looking for me. God, I'm sorry. I'll make this right."